There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight from my soul. I think it's all angels just walk by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight.
It's time to get this party started.
We have a sound, we have an identity, and we are Canadian. Thank you all very much.
This is an incredible honor.
From downtown Toronto, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host.
Welcome to the Juno Awards. Tonight's where my dreams are coming true.
And the Juno goes to
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today virtually on this snowy December 1st. We are here in Toronto, the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples. We also acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaties, signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here today to update you on our plans for the 50th anniversary of the Juno Awards. 50 years ago, our founders, Walt Grealis and Stan Cleese, created the Juno Awards, which started right here in Toronto. It was named after the chair of the CRTC and broadcast executive Pierre Junot, who championed Canadian content regulations. The very first Junos was a small affair for just about 250 people held at St. Lawrence Hall. And it's evolved over the decades from just an award show into a national traveling festival celebrating the best in Canadian music. In 2021, we're returning to Toronto for the first time in a decade. The 50th anniversary is certainly going to be a little different next year. But regardless, one thing that remains is that we will still be celebrating all of the incredible artists who unite our country through their music. It's been a difficult year for so many people and for so many industries. The impact of the pandemic has brought exceptional challenges, especially to our artist community. So many of them have lost the opportunity to tour, and I know we are all missing that connection and experience of a live show. When we're faced with challenging circumstances, oftentimes it's music that brings us solace, and we can always count on our artists to be there for us. Even through these challenging times, they've been remarkably resilient, finding new ways to bring their music into our homes. Our artists keep creating, they keep entertaining us, and we felt the impact of that in our 2021 Juno Award submissions. This year, we received the highest number of submissions in our history, proving that our artists are resilient, and we're here to shine a light on them. We saw substantial increases on our new R&B categories, Contemporary R&B Recording of the Year, and Traditional R&B Soul Recording of the Year, along with the Rap Recording category, which saw a 100% increase in submissions. Now, this is partly a result of the support of TD Bank Group, who graciously subsidized 6 Juno categories to help artists bring their music forward for consideration. And when we look at the scope of their achievements, when we actually hear their music and hear their names, you can't help but feel pride that these are our artists. From Oscar to Joni, Neil, Leonard, and Gordon, Anne to Jan, Celine, and Alanis, Buffy, KD, Shania, Sarah, The Hip to The Weeknd, Alessia, Drake, Justin, and Sean. Just think of their songs. Play them in your head. It's not just the artists that are connected. Music connects all of us. It's part of our story as a nation. And we'll connect for one special night so we can all celebrate our story in sound over 50 years. In a year unlike any other, we're adapting, and we're going to showcase performance after performance, artist after artist, connecting us all. The 50th Juno Awards is Canadian musical DNA that we can sing to, cry to, head bob to, get up and dance to, remember how we felt when to, celebrate together to, and connect to. All our sound. It's not just CDs, records, downloads, and streams. It's more. It's who we are as Canadians. And we are very grateful to the Government of Canada through the Department of Canadian Heritage for helping us educate Canadians about our rich musical history. I'd now like to welcome the Minister of Canadian Heritage, the Honourable Stephen Guilbeault.
Hello, bonjour, and thank you, Alan. I'd like to acknowledge that I'm recording this message from the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. L'année à venir marquera le 50e anniversaire des prix Juno. 50 ans à célébrer l'excellence, la créativité et la passion qui s'expriment dans l'industrie musicale canadienne. 50 ans déjà que nous partageons ces qualités avec le monde entier. The Juno Awards will no doubt look different in 2021, just as making and sharing music has looked very different this year. The COVID-19 restrictions haven't made things easy for Canadian artists, and the music industry has faced tremendous challenges. The impact has been huge, and it's been felt widely, starting with the cancellation of 2020 Juno Awards in Saskatoon last March. Despite these challenges, Canadian artists have found creative ways to express themselves and to keep us connected. Live stream concerts from living rooms, porches or empty concert halls, holding driving concerts, finding new ways to connect with fans and building online communities. They are working hard and finding innovative ways to keep their creative expression strong. Through their dedication and efforts, they are helping to connect and comfort us at a time when we all need it more than ever. I extend a heartfelt thank you to all Canadian artists for that. Le gouvernement du Canada est fier d'appuyer les artistes d'ici et les prix Juno 2021 par l'entremise du Fonds de la musique du Canada. And we commend the work of the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Science, which does such a good job of showcasing the tremendous talent we have here in Canada. To highlight the 50th anniversary of the Junos, the Government of Canada is also proud to support a series of educational, interactive, and fun initiatives that will bring Canadians closer to celebrate the past 50 years of our music history, our icons, our legends, our diverse stories. Stay tuned in the coming months to see everything from a contemporary Indigenous music educational program from Music Counts, a video series celebrating iconic Juno moments, storytelling around Canadian music over the years, and the new 50th anniversary interactive website. And to Canadian artists, keep making the music that connects, informs, entertains, and unites us. We need you, nous sommes fiers de vous, et nous sommes là pour vous. Not even a pandemic can stop the show from going on. Thank you, merci, miigwech.
Thank you, Mr. Guilbeault, for all the support, and especially of Canadian artists and the Juno Awards. We're looking forward to unveiling all of our commemorative programming beginning in the new year. We simply can't do what we do without our amazing partners. Next year marks another anniversary, and that is 10 years that TD has been supporting the JUNOS. TD believes in the power of music to unite us, inspire confidence and belonging, and to create a sense of community. They have gone above and beyond to create a strong, thriving, and diversified Canadian music sector by supporting CARIS and Canadian artists through this challenging year by subsidizing submissions, aligning with new artist stories through our content series Rising, and helping us dig through the vaults to present iconic Juno moments through our archival revival series. So thank you to our good friends at TD for a decade of support as our lead sponsor. I would also like to acknowledge the financial support of Factor, the Government of Canada, and Canada's private radio broadcasters. When we faced our hardest challenge this year, these organizations stood by us and continue to lend their support. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our funding partners for the 2021 JUNOS, the Province of Ontario, the City of Toronto, Radio Star Maker Fund, and a special thanks to Slate Music, Music Canada, SoCan, Facebook, SiriusXM Canada, Jackson Triggs, and PwC for their exceptional support and commitment. And of course, to our exclusive broadcast and content partner, CBC, who made sure we were able to celebrate our artists for the 2020 Juno Awards. Without hesitation, CBC continues to step up for our mutual mandate, which is to support all artists in all genres all the time. And a heartfelt thank you to all our partners for standing by us. We wouldn't be here without you and your support of Canadian music. And we look forward to building more partnerships in the new year. The JUNOS have traveled across this country for nearly 20 years, and the Government of Ontario has been a proud supporter every single time we have visited Ontario, whether we've been in Ottawa, Hamilton, London, or right here in Toronto. It's my pleasure to introduce a big fan and supporter of Canadian music, the Minister of Heritage, Sport, Tourism, and Culture Industries, the Honourable Lisa MacLeod.
Thank you so much, Alan, and thanks for including me here today. The JUNOS at 50, and back here in Toronto, where it all first began. Ontario is proud to host Canada's preeminent music awards program, and we're grateful to all of the artists, composers, and producers who've made our province a vibrant cultural hub. Arts and culture are important to our government and to Ontario's spectacular double bottom line. Through events like the JUNOS, we bear witness to the strength of our cultural fabric as Canadians, while also recognizing the significant economic benefits of a world-class music industry. I also know COVID-19 has had a significant impact on blockbuster events like our JUNOS and for the broader live music industry. Throughout the pandemic, I've been able to call on Alan Reid as a co-chair of the Ministerial Advisory Committee on Music for guidance and advice on how to best support Ontario's music scene. Today, I'm pleased to announce that the Canadian Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences will be receiving a $1 million investment from the Ministry of Heritage, Sport, Tourism and Culture Industries to support the 50th anniversary of the JUNOS in 2021. In addition, Ontario has retooled our $7 million music investment fund through Ontario Creates to better assist more emerging artists. The Ontario Arts Council will receive a one-time funding increase of $25 million to support our core cultural institutions. And Destination Ontario will be working on a tourism strategy that includes music cities as a legacy of the 50th anniversary of the JUNOS. The sectors the Ministry of Heritage, Sport, Tourism and Culture Industries oversees were hit first, hardest, and will take the longest to recover in this pandemic. But through events like the JUNOS, I have confidence that we will not only recover, but we will re-emerge as a global leader. And I want to thank CARIS for all they continue to do to support our artists. But I also want to thank all of our artists for all that they continue to do for music lovers across Ontario.
Minister, thank you so much to you and your ministry for all the support you've given us and all the culture industries. It is an incredibly difficult time, so thank you very much for everything you do. We really also appreciate you being here today. One of the things that we are most proud of at CARIS is the incredible work of Music Counts, Canada's music education charity. For nearly 25 years, Music Counts has been putting instruments in the hands of young people who need them most. We believe that every child should have the opportunity to access music education because we know music adds possibilities. The pandemic has changed the way our kids are going to school, taking part in classes, and the way we approach music education. Through our programs, Music Counts has put nearly $14 million worth of instruments, equipment, and resources into schools from coast to coast to coast. And today, I'm proud to say, to help celebrate the Juno Awards' 50th anniversary, Music Counts is committed to awarding $1 million worth of instruments to school music programs across Canada through the Music Counts Band-Aid program. If you know a teacher who needs support with their school music program, and let's face it, they all do, tell them to go to musiccounts.ca right now to submit an application to get a Band-Aid grant for their school. And starting in the spring, with the help of our good friends at TD, Music Counts will also be awarding $500,000 worth of instruments and equipment to community centers, after-school programs, and other community nonprofit organizations through our TD Community Music Program. And I just want to take a moment to thank teachers. We recognize that this year has been a challenge for all of them, and I want to thank them for being there for our kids. Music education is sustained through our teachers. And through our partnership with the Canadian Scholarship Trust Foundation, we'll be recognizing the Music Counts Teacher of the Year at the 2021 JUNOS. This award acknowledges the passion, innovation, advocacy, and commitment it takes to be a music teacher. All across the country, they are working harder than ever before, and we're looking forward to recognizing their dedication. And now, for some Juno Award updates. We all know that it's been a difficult year, and we've had to make many decisions on how we can best and safely celebrate the 50th Juno Awards. After many months of planning and pivoting, we're excited to announce that the 2021 Juno Awards will take place on Sunday, May 16th, broadcast on CBC and around the world on cbcmusic.ca/Junos. We want to create the best opportunity possible for our artists, our community, and our dedicated fans. We also hope that the warmer weather will bring some more opportunities for some unique outdoor programming. The COVID-19 pandemic continues to have a huge effect on this city and our music community, but we will be resilient and live music will return, and we will be there to help in any way we can. The Junos began here 50 years ago, and we are so excited to bring it back home. Toronto is one of the most diverse cities in Canada, and it's such an incredible city for music, whether it's creating it or taking it in as a fan. And no one knows that better than the mayor of this city, who's been an incredible supporter of arts and culture, especially music. It's my pleasure to welcome Mayor John Tory.
Thank you, Alan. I am delighted to join Minister MacLeod and Minister Guilbeault in welcoming the Juno Awards back to Toronto for their 50th anniversary event in May 2021. The Juno Awards recognize the best in Canadian music. For half a century, the Junos have celebrated the accomplishments of Canada's top artists, drawing from every musical genre, style, and culture in the world's most musically diverse nation. Toronto last hosted the Juno Awards in 2011, and so much has changed since then. Not just in our city, but in music everywhere. Who and what we listen to, how we listen to it, and lately even where we are when we enjoy the music of our favorite artists. What hasn't changed in 10 years, though, is Toronto's commitment to music. In fact, it's increased. Toronto has become one of the world's great cities for music. Our artists and our live music venues, yes, but also an entire ecosystem that includes recording studios, record labels, music publishing and collaborations with film and television and digital media, music education, and the extensive business structure that makes all of that possible. In a city as diverse as Toronto, and I've said this often, music is the one element that brings people together. I call it the universal language. It doesn't matter what your own background may be or what language you speak, music is an essential part of our civic identity in bringing people together. At the core of any music scene, though, and what the Juno Awards are all about, are the artists themselves. Over the course of 50 years, Toronto can lay claim to some incredible musicians, many of whom have been honored as Juno nominees or as winners. We look forward to watching and supporting every musician nominated for a Juno Award at next year's event. We've thrown our support behind the 50th anniversary of the Juno Awards and have invested in bringing it back to Toronto because we believe the Junos are exactly that kind of an event, one that will showcase our own amazing and unique music scene, while providing a platform for highlighting the accomplishments of the best established and emerging Canadian musicians and helping to advance their careers. So I'd like to congratulate Mark Cohan and Alan Reed, Karis, and the entire Junos team on working through a very challenging time for music and for the arts and for artists in particular, and creating an innovative new template for what we know will be a fantastic event next spring. You're going to be most welcome here in Toronto. We're going to be excited to have you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for those kind words, Mayor Tory. Toronto truly is a music city, and we're so looking forward to coming back. Over the last 50 years, the Juno statuette has taken many forms, and now I'm excited to share with you our new Juno Award. When the Juno started as the RPM Gold Leaf Awards, the very first statuette was made of walnut and was created to resemble a metronome. To coincide with the Juno Awards being televised for the very first time in 1975, the statuette was redesigned to an acrylic version, maintaining its iconic metronome shape. For the new millennium, Karis adopted a completely new statuette made of molten glass and wrapped in a spiraling musical staff, designed and individually handcrafted by celebrated glass artist Shirley Elford. To honor the late Shirley Elford's contributions, the statuette was redesigned again in 2011 and featured the former human figure laser etched into a crystal tower. Minister MacLeod, would you please do us the honor and please unveil the new Juno Award statuettes? For the 50th anniversary, we have chosen to revisit Shirley's original design and have created 3 unique statuettes: the gold version for our Juno Award winners, the silver version for special award recipients, and a gold and silver version for our Canadian Music Hall of Fame inductees. The Juno symbolizes the highest honor in Canadian music, and we are extremely proud to unveil these new statuettes to commemorate this momentous occasion. Minister, again, thank you so much for helping us do this today, and great to have you here. We're so excited to present these new awards to all of the deserving recipients of the 50th anniversary of the Juno Awards on May the 16th. To close out today's announcements in a time when supporting each other is so important, especially today on Giving Tuesday, I encourage you to contribute to charities that serve those in need. Charities like Music Counts, who are keeping music education alive, and Unison Benevolent Fund, who provides counseling and emergency relief services to Canada's music community. If you are able, please consider contributing to these or other organizations that matter most to you. Thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to updating you on more Juno Awards programming in the new year. Stay safe and take care of one another. Have a great day.